All right, we got some interesting news and things that was said today. Caitlin Clark was on Aerial Power's blog. We got to take a look at some of the things she had to say about the Indiana Fever organization, the higher-ups, the whole situation, the new players included.
Finally, Caitlin Clark has shattered the silence. And this time, she's not murmuring, she's thundering. After endless months of relentless fouls, blatant neglect, and outright disdain, Caitlin isn't merely reacting. She's reshaping the very essence of the sport. The WNBA could never have anticipated this twist. She's departing, not in defeat, but with unyielding strength. Caitlin Clark is forging an alliance with Major League Baseball. She's venturing to Europe. And astonishingly, the full Indiana Fever roster is accompanying her. In Greece and France, supporters are going wild, shouting her name, hoisting banners, donning her apparel as if she's a worldwide legend. Meanwhile, stateside in the WNBA, turmoil reigns, alarm, dread. For at their core, all involved realize this might spell the demise of the league and its
You already know what it is. You already know what it is. It's the takeover. The takeover has already happened. Worldwide CC. Worldwide CC, Caitlin Clark taking over all sports. All sports. One in on the Caitlin Clark business. It is so unfortunate that the WNBA has dropped the ball from
familiar form. From the outset, Caitlin Clark revolutionized it all. She drew in millions of fresh enthusiasts to the WNBA. She packed venues to capacity, demolished long-standing records, and ignited a passion for women's hoops unmatched in history. Yet rather than being honored, she faced isolation. Officials turned a blind eye to violations. Broadcasters grew icy, and evening after evening, opponents targeted her, ruthlessly. Then arrived the championship climax. The league's top executive emerged to present Wnba Wilson with the championship prize. But instead of applause, the whole stadium exploded in jeers. Spectators weren't directing ire at Wnba. They were incensed by the establishment, at the leadership, at how Caitlin Clark and even ESPN had been mishandled. Attempts were made to hush the audience. Efforts were launched to obscure the incident. But the online world retains every detail. Millions witnessed it. Millions refused to remain hushed. Caitlin had weathered it all. The infractions, the animosity, the low blows, and persisted with grace. But that evening, she at last voiced
basketball. Do y'all know she took over Euro basketball? I'm going to show you how all the people in Europe at Eurobasket are wearing all Caitlin Clark jerseys and merch. Look at this. In one tweet, her tweeting, "Come on, Cubbies." You had Major League Baseball posting it. You had FanDuel Sportsbook posting it. Yahoo Sports. Every league has been accepting of the CC train except the WNBA has fought it tooth and nail. Everybody else has
her truth. And her words were straightforward, yet etched in memory. "I simply wish to compete in basketball, free from agendas." That lone declaration ignited the web. For Caitlin Clark transcended mere hoops discourse. She exposed a whole apparatus that sought to suppress her. She showed no rage, no resentment. She was finished. And when the league's biggest draw declares her exit, it ripples across every dressing room, every administrative hub, and every supporter circle nationwide. Then, the explosive revelation dropped. Caitlin Clark is exiting the WNBA, and she's bringing the Indiana Fever along, not for leisure, not for casual scrimmages, but for a crusade. Insider reports verified that Caitlin had covertly drilled with MLB instructors for weeks. An innovative collaboration was emerging, blending baseball and basketball, with Caitlin Clark as its emblem. And as her flight landed in Europe, it sparked utter frenzy. Hordes surged into the boulevards of Greece and France, brandishing standards, sporting her uniforms, scrawling CC on their cheeks. They bellowed her name. They brandished placards proclaiming, "We adore you, Caitlin." In that instant, she evolved beyond an athlete. She ascended to international sensation. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic in the US, the WNBA descended into full crisis. Lines buzzed incessantly. Backers clamored for explanations. Broadcasters fretted. For absent Caitlin Clark, gone are the jammed stadiums, the explosive clips, the unprecedented viewership spikes.
About this, How about this? Caitlin Clark jersey spotted in the Greece versus France Eurobasket game. They wearing the Caitlin Clark Iowa jerseys in Greece versus France. This is international stardom, worldwide stardom. This is that. This is Michael Jordan. This is Mike Jackson. This is Tiger Woods. This is that.
Devoid of her, the WNBA lacks its pulse. The Indiana Fever's lead strategist, Stephanie White, also weighed in. She declared, "The WNBA overlooked the architects of this league, the athletes and their devotees." Online platforms ignited over that one remark. It circulated via countless shares from devotees who mentioned the executive. Furious remarks inundated the threads. "She never belonged to you." This circuit extinguished its own luminary. The truth stung and spread rapidly. Caitlin was starting to embrace Europe as her fresh base. Outfits in Madrid, Athens, and Paris vied for her presence in showcases. She tossed honorary throws for baseball outfits. Kids sported tees bearing her moniker. The footage was surreal. An entire plaza in Greece's Plaka. She greeted from a terrace as masses below roared. ESPN strained to sidestep the coverage, but devotees commandeered the narrative by disseminating every hurrah, every footage, every snippet. And the CC uprising swept the globe within hours. Whispers emerged that Caitlin Clark amplified basketball rather than forsaking it. That's the unvarnished fact. In unprecedented fashion, she elevated women's athletics to a planetary stage. Ultimately, the WNBA issued a brief, detached pronouncement. "We value the Indiana Fever's role in our organization." Period. Devotees rejected the sterile text outright. No emotion, no remorse. The league's digital channels swarmed with backlash. "You drove her out, she embodied your tomorrow. You'll rue this eternally." Within moments, even veteran backers voiced their detachment from the circuit. The admiration evaporated and the audiences plummeted. As all grasped that Caitlin Clark eclipsed the WNBA itself, the executive stayed tight-lipped. Glance at her trajectory today. Caitlin Clark dominates everywhere. Films, athletic journals, broadcast spots. She pursues no spotlight, she's recasting it. She alchemized scorn into supremacy, venom into legacy, and each hushed beat into worldwide uproar. Youth in Paris don her digits. Athens admirers weep upon encounter. Even MLB stars dub her sports visage. Basketball didn't forsake Caitlin Clark, she reinvented it. Let me pose this to you. Is this the dawn of an extraordinary era, or the WNBA's curtain call? Drop a CC Nation reply down here if you're in Caitlin's corner. Since Caitlin Clark's saga is just ramping up, smash that thumbs up and sign up for updates. Appreciate you tuning in.